With Pokemon X and Y out now, the graphics look better than ever. But the graphics in Pokemon weren't always great. And some of them are just so bad they're hilarious. But the old sprites just had a certain charm to them that we all just know and love. So today I want to take a look at some of the worst looking original Pokemon sprites, just to see how far we've come. And I suggest you get ready, cause this ain't gonna be pretty. Released only in Japan, Pokemon Green version contained the original Pokemon sprites, which most of you probably have never even seen before. Most of the sprites look really weird compared to what we're used to today. So, if you think you know what all the original 151 Pokemon look like, well, allow me to introduce the original 151 Pokemon sprites. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. He looks better than my husband. Oh, hell no. Agreed. Check out Charizard. He looks like a dragon-duck hybrid. Something that people from Duck Dynasty would love to ride. Just give him a beard and it's perfect. And Ekans, what happened to your teeth? Yeah. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff back then were always high. Not sure if you can tell, though. You wonder why they call me Jigglypuff? Puff puff pass. Wiggly. The Machoke evolution line also has a lot of problems. Someone explain to me why I look like Kermit the Frog on steroids. Suddenly I feel really constipated. And now I have a beak. And 2 extra arms. Forget about it. Slowpoke looks like he just witnessed something crazy. Oh my god. That ass, man. That ass. Omastar just wants to dance. Howdy. And now, the 2 worst looking Pokemon Green sprites, Exeggutor and Mew. Exeggutor looks like something out of a nightmare, and Mew looks like E.T. Pokemon Blue is released in Japan later that year as a special edition with updated sprites, and this was the version everyone outside of Japan got, along with an updated red version to match it. But just because these versions' sprites were updated from the originals doesn't mean they were perfect. They had their share of weird looking sprites as well, like Squirtle for instance. Just look at that derpy looking face. Hey guys! Blastoise needs to start eating some lean cuisine, and Pidgey looks like an actual bird. And then there's Golbat. Miley? Is that you? Machoke looks even more constipated. It's coming! It's coming! It's a living. Geodude is apparently a huge fan of Elvis. They even got Cloyster's shell wrong somehow. The shell is turned the wrong way. Or maybe this was the way they intended it to look back in the beginning. It's a conspiracy! The ghost Pokemon were different looking then too. Ghastly is just a purple ball of gas. But Haunter actually turned out looking awesome. Look how sinister he was back then compared to how kid-friendly they made him look today. Then, of course, we still have the creepy-looking Exeggutor, but this time he's in a different angle than last time, but still just as terrifying. They also messed up Coughing's sprite as well, putting its face below the skull and crossbones. And Snorlax looks like he's posing like the girl on the Titanic. Draw me like one of your French girls. Other than these, there were many awesome looking sprites in the games as well. I grew up with these old sprites, and every time I see them, I can't help but feel nostalgic for the good old days. Sure, they weren't perfect, but they were my childhood and hold special memories of the past that I will never forget.